Today I'm going to be talking about worshiping God in Christ through the lens and perception of our cultures. And this is something that I have experienced twofold, being born into my Hispanic, Puerto Rican, and Spanish cultures. All the traditions and overlays that go with that, as well as my experiences here in Hawaii with the overlays that exist within the Hawaiian culture as well. A very fundamental truth that I heard somebody say once was that when the enemy wants to establish something, he injects it into culture. This way, 3 or 4 generations down the line, nobody even questions it. It just becomes a part of how things are. And there are so many of our cultural traditions, and this goes for so many cultures across the board, that become entangled with things that are not of God. And these things that are not of God become entangled with good memories of spending time with our family, childhood nostalgia, and things like that. For example, how many of us have fond memories of Halloween, celebrating that demonic holiday of Halloween, and we have good memories that are wrapped up in that, of getting dressed up, going trick-or-treating with friends, yet it's a demonic holiday rooted in the enemy. How many of us that are Christians and believers in Christ begin to hear music that we grew up with and is attached to all these different emotions and nostalgia from our childhood and being a teenager and fun times, that we're all of a sudden hear these songs with a different ear, realizing that the songs that we were listening to growing up were full of sex and drugs and violence and all sorts of things. Many of us knew every word to every song, but had no idea about the meaning behind the words which we were singing. And now, as adults, and even more so as believers in Christ, looking back on the things that we were singing and the music that we find nostalgic, that the enemy's been using music against us for a very, very, very long time. Even growing up in my